So good afternoon and welcome to the press briefing of the Ad Hoc Center for Thailand-Cambodia border situation. In terms of the update for the 27th of July 2025, I have the following. In response to calls from some countries for Thailand and Cambodia to ceasefire, Thailand agrees in principle with such proposals. However, this can only happen when Cambodia demonstrates sincerity and participates in detailed discussions on procedural steps. Nonetheless, in recent developments, Cambodia forces continue to launch attacks at Previher area at 0210 hours and fired BM-21 rockets into Thai territory at 0610 hours, impacting Ban Ta So in Prasat district in Surin province, which is a civilian target. In addition, on the 26th of July 2025 at 1530 hours, Cambodian artillery targeted local hospitals, including the sub-district health promoting hospital in Sisaket province and Ban Kruat hospital in Buriram province. There were also instances of using civilians as human shields in weapons deployment, a blatant violation of humanitarian principles and human dignity, and a clear breach of the Geneva Convention, and we truly and strongly condemn such act. In terms of further condemnation on the insincerity in the dialogue, the Cambodian authorities have repeatedly refused or postponed bilateral talks in forums such as JBC, GBC, and RBC, which are crucial mechanisms for resolving all issues of bilateral conflict. Evidence suggests Cambodia has been reinforcing its military presence and modifying fortified positions along the border continuously. It has also laid anti-personnel landmines, which is a violation of the Ottawa Convention. Moreover, there have been provocative acts, including inciting Cambodian civilians to enter conflict zones along the border, using nationalistic rhetoric to stir unrest and escalate tensions between the peoples of both countries. This includes demonstrating military readiness via distorted social media posts, false accusations against Thailand, and narratives intended to incite anger and violence, potentially sparking violent outbreaks at any moment. In terms of the current situation, there has been latest development in terms of the Cambodian forces movement. They have been using heavy weapons, including artillery, howitzers, and the BM-21 multiple rocket launchers. Intelligence reports suggest that potential deployment of more advanced weapon systems such as PHL-03 and RM-70 and BM-21 have been reported. In terms of our casualties of 0900 hours today, there have been 13 civilians killed, 11 seriously injured, one more from yesterday, and 12 moderately injured and 13 slightly injured, totaling 49 casualties. As a final emphasis to all citizens of Thailand and Cambodia, this current conflict stems from the policy of the Cambodian government, not from the innocent people of either country. Therefore, we earnestly request that the Thai public refrain from any acts of violence, whether in speech or action, including insults or discrimination towards Cambodian nationals who reside or work legally in Thailand, such as migrant workers, students, and professionals. In cases involving aggressive and inappropriate behavior by any individual, we urge all Thai citizens and Thai public to act with calm and reason, avoiding confrontation if needed, report to the authorities for appropriate handling, especially to the Thai police who are on standby to receive any complaints from the Thai public in case of violence or unrest. So that's it from me. I'll pass now to the Foreign Affairs spokesperson.
Thank you very much. Welcome and good afternoon to our friends from the foreign media, from the diplomatic corps, and those who are living in Thailand. Let me share with you three topics that were discussed this morning from the foreign affairs dimension. The first topic relates the United Nations Security Council's private meeting that occurred last Friday, New York time, where the UNSC held a private closed meeting to discuss the situation on the Thailand-Cambodia border, at which the 15 UNSC members and Thailand and Cambodia attended. The meeting was an important opportunity for Thailand to stress our position to the world, backed by clear and solid facts and evidence that point to Cambodia as the aggressor and initiator of the attacks. These facts include those pointing to continuous attacks on civilian targets, resulting in large numbers of civilian Thai fatalities and injuries and evacuations numbering hundreds of thousands. This is a blatant violation of international law and humanitarian principles. Many of you may have seen the full statement for details, which has been circulated to the media and the public. At that meeting, the UNSC member countries highlighted broad principles, namely the need for restraint from both sides, a de-escalation of tensions, and resolving the issue peacefully, including through diplomacy and bilateral negotiations on the basis of good neighborliness. Secondly, they supported the role of the ASEAN organization to advance consultations in accordance with the ASEAN Charter, and thirdly, underlined that the situation along the Thai-Cambodian border does not constitute a threat to international peace and security. Let me emphasize that the meeting did not issue any outcome documents. This is important and a welcome conclusion for Thailand, because it means that the countries understand the position and actions that the Thai side has taken. Secondly, regards the statement condemning attacks on civilian targets. Yesterday, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a statement condemning in the strongest terms the attack on civilians by Cambodian armed forces as an inhumane and a violation of international law, in particular the Geneva Conventions, which are Article 19 of the First Geneva Convention regards protection of medical units and establishments, and Article 18 of the Fourth Geneva Convention, on protection of civilian hospitals. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs is sending a protest letter to the President of the International Committee of the Red Cross to place on record our strong condemnation of these egregious violations of international humanitarian law, and will meet with the representative of the ICRC in Thailand on Tuesday to discuss and clarify this matter further. This is important because the global community must unite to condemn these inhumane actions being committed by Cambodia, which constitute a serious violation of international law. Reports show that even this morning, Cambodia continues to shell civilian targets in Thai territory. Final remarks on the ceasefire and international expressions of concern. As our Security Affairs spokesperson has just noted regarding calls for a ceasefire, let me add and underline that Thailand is waiting for sincere intent from the Cambodian side on ending the hostilities, which is clearly not the case, with indiscriminate attacks that continue to happen even early this morning. Once good faith is evident, we stand ready to engage in dialogue to set out the measures and procedures for the ceasefire and resolve our differences peacefully and sustainably. Again, actions must match words. This morning, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a statement and notified the foreign media regarding the use of heavy artillery by Cambodian forces to attack civilian homes in Surin province. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs also notified the foreign media of a disinformation campaign that was launched by Cambodia this morning, falsely alleging that Thailand fired first shots. Thailand must condemn in the strongest terms these repeated and egregious violations of the basic principles of human rights and international humanitarian law. Again, we call on Cambodia to immediately cease its attacks on civilian targets while we reserve the right to self-defense in accordance with Article 51 of the United Nations Charter. We urge the international community to join in condemning Cambodia's inhumane acts against innocent Thai civilians. Finally, there are a number of media outlets, particularly international, contacting us regarding entering the border areas to cover the current situation. Please be informed that the Public Relations Department will be coordinating on this together with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and we will provide details on contact points and relevant procedures in order to facilitate the foreign media with accurate facts and information on what is happening on the ground. That's it for me for today. Thank you very much for your attention.